welcome to my very first studio vlog. My name is Alice, and I'm an illustrator and designer living in Seattle. In this vlog, I'll be showing you the full process of making some Halloween stickers for my shop, from designing the stickers to getting them printed and ready to list. I'll also be showing you how I decorate for the holiday and how I make a fall-themed wreath for my front door. For the stickers, I sketched out a few different designs on my iPad. I ended up drawing a lot of cats and pumpkins, since that's just what I think of when I think Halloween. I also drew a little witchy girl, which ended up being my favorite of the bunch. And here you see me doing some of the inking in Procreate. I usually start with a very loose sketch and then draw over it on a different layer and just keep repeating and refining until I'm happy with it. I'm definitely not the best inker. I don't have a very steady hand, so you'll notice me doing a lot of undoing and erasing and going over my line work. I've always been a bit jealous of artists who can draw perfect ellipses freehand. I'm definitely not one of them. Even though I start with a pretty tight sketch, I still end up making some tweaks and changes along the way. For example, I ended up changing the design of the smaller pumpkin on the left of this drawing. Once I'm happy with the line work, I turn that layer into a reference layer and create a new layer underneath it to add colors using just the color drop tool. I don't typically plan out my color palette, I just sort of eyeball and start dropping in colors and seeing what looks good. And if I need to, I can always reselect an area and adjust it using the hue and saturation tool. Now I've moved over to my laptop to get the stickers ready to print. I'm a bit of a control freak, so I like to create a custom cut line. Most sticker manufacturers will do this part for you, all you have to do is provide them with your art. But I like to have more control over what the cut line looks like, so I go in there and just smooth out any weird bumps or awkward transitions. And I'm doing this part in Illustrator. I also like to live dangerously and make the border really small. I personally think this looks nicer but it does have a downside. The smaller the border, the more noticeable it becomes if the cut isn't perfectly aligned. I'm also adding a colored background color and including a bit of bleed. For these stickers, I'm using Sticker App as the printer. I've used other websites in the past, I just went with Sticker App this time because they have pretty low minimums, so you can order as few as 25 stickers, which is nice if you just want to test out some new designs. It's pretty simple to use as well. You just choose the size, quantity, and material, and then you go ahead and upload your artwork. It did take a few tries to get the app to recognize the custom cut line. Sticker App does provide instructions for this. I was just sort of bad at following the instructions, but eventually I did get it to work. I thought I'd do a mini tutorial on how to make a wreath. I bought this wreath at a garage sale with the idea of upcycling it. The flowers that were on there were a little bit too bright and garish to me, and the hedgehog is cute, but I wanted something a little bit more elegant looking. So I ended up taking off almost all the material, leaving just the ribbon bow, and honestly I was tempted to take that off too, but I ended up keeping it. I have a lot of material left over from previous wreaths that I've made, so I basically just went digging in my box of goodies and pulled out a few things that I thought might work well for this fall-themed wreath. Here I'm trying to decide how to orient the wreath. I decide to have the bow kind of sitting in the upper right quadrant, and I start laying down some grass-like foliage opposite the bow to balance it out. I really like doing modern asymmetrical wreaths where you leave some of the base showing. I just find they're really quick to put together and they don't require as much material as traditional wreaths. One of the general rules of thumb when it comes to flower arranging or wreath making is that you want to have 3 different kinds of material: thrillers, fillers, and spillers. So in this case, the spillers are the grassy stems I put down first, and then I'm using this big dahlia bloom as my thriller or focal point, and I'm filling in with some leaves and smaller flowers and stems. And here is the final product. I'm gonna leave you with some clips of me putting up Halloween decorations. I never really liked Halloween when I was a kid. I was too shy to really enjoy trick-or-treating or dressing up, but I think it's really grown on me as an adult. Mostly I really like the decorating part and just the cozy fall vibes. In the next vlog, I'll be preparing for a small holiday art pop-up at a local coffee shop, so please subscribe if you want to be notified of that one. I hope you have a happy Halloween, and I'll see you soon. Bye!